What's going on, guys? Laxo here again. So today I figured it would be a good day to start my new little mini-series going over all the UR characters based upon the order of which they were released. And we all know the first character to be released was Shunsui Kyoraku. It was actually technically Aizen, but the first one that was actually released was Shunsui. So let's go ahead and pull him up here. Let's go ahead and take a look at him real quick. But first, if you guys haven't already subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button down there. I'd appreciate it. You can help me get to my goal of about 500 subs. So, alright guys. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go over the character. And then we're going to test him in battle. Unfortunately, I test him in 3v3 battle. And then after the 3v3 battle, I'm going to go over a grade. I'm going to give them a grade based upon how I think the character is in 1v1, 6v6. And then I'm going to give him a little grade based upon how I think his character was made. Based upon, of course, the canon or the lore, the manga, the anime, whatever you'd like to say. I'm going to actually give him a grade on that. Of course, that's just my personal opinion. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at his skills here. So, Mastery Skill. Deals damage to a single enemy plus additional damage equal to 5% of the target's total HP, not to exceed 100% of Kyoraku's attack. Decrease the target's attack by 15% for 2 rounds. That is pretty good. Anybody that can reduce character's attack is pretty good. Also, getting that percentage damage out, of course, based upon target's total HP not to exceed 100% of Kyoraku's attack, is actually pretty good as well. Just damage on top of extra damage and reduce their damage. So, pretty good. Alright, his rage skill, we have Bushogama. Deals damage to 3 random enemies, plus additional damage equal to 10% of each target's total HP, not to exceed 200% of Kyoraku's attack. Kyoraku gains 2 stacks of Game of Entrapment for 2 rounds to a maximum of 2 stacks. Game of Entrapment. When Kyoraku is attacked by an enemy rage skill, he causes the attacker to take an equal amount of damage. Kyoraku loses 1 stack of Game of Entrapment every time he is attacked by a rage skill. Alright, so a little bit to unpack here. Unfortunately, it's 3 random characters, so you aren't always able to, point out the character you want to attack and attack them. It's unfortunately random. If you want to attack somebody in the front row, back row, unfortunately, once again, random. However, the rage skill itself isn't actually too bad. He does a pretty decent amount of damage, and of course, the percentage damage, which is additional damage not to exceed 2% of his attack, and of course, gains 2 stacks of Game of Entrapment. Game of Entrapment, pretty good. That is pretty much just reflect damage. Whenever somebody attacks you, whenever somebody uses a rage skill on you, boom, reflect damage. Huge. If you get his HP super high and somebody attacks you, you can kill them with just the reflect damage. Pretty strong. Alright, let's go ahead and check out his passive here. Kyoraku has increased damage reduction rate. Damage reduction rate at level 90 is increased by 14.45%. Pretty strong amount. Alright. When Kyoraku uses a basic attack and mastery skill, he regenerates health equal to 5% of his total HP and 25% of his missing health. After Kyoraku is attacked by a basic attack or mastery skill, he gains 1 stack of insight to a maximum of 6 stacks and decreases the damage from basic attacks and mastery skills. This effect lasts until end of combat. So, Just a bit of damage reduction there. Let's go ahead and take a look at Insight. Each stack decreases the damage taken from enemy basic attacks and mastery skills by 7%. So if you can get that, if you can get 6 stacks of that, that is 42% decreased damage. Huge. Huge. That's actually really insane damage reduction from basic attacks and mastery skills. So yeah, 42%, and of course you get that, you know, health back from basic attacks and mastery skills. Huge. You can get lots of health back really quickly. So he's pretty much a self-heal character, and reflect damage, and damage reduction, and reduce damage. He has a lot in his kit. Very, very good character. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at his Warsaw and his talent. Alright, his Warsaw here. Increase attack by 2% for all characters. Very, very strong. Of course, that's why I have it at 5-star. Always increasing just overall attack, overall defense of all characters. Pretty good. Alright, talent. In Battle Arena and Kenpachi contest, crit chance and crit resist chance of all characters are increased by 0.8% to a maximum of 2.4%. Very, very good. Crit chance and crit resist chance, Battle Arena, Kenpachi contest. Those are the two main gameplay aspects of this game. So, very, very good. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at his bonds. All right, so we have attack, HP, HP, attack, attack, HP. That is a 3-to-3 ratio, attack and HP. That's actually not bad for Kiryu because he depends so much on his HP and attack. Everything is based upon percentage HP, percentage attack. Very, very strong. Especially, I do like how we have the 2 HP bonds over here, so we can get that 20%. I think most people should be able to get the 20% because all the characters are pretty easily obtainable. So 40% attack over here, 20% attack, and then of course we have the 2 HP and attack. We have the 2 attack and 1 HP over there. Once again, not bad. We have plenty of opportunities to get his weapon, so shouldn't really have to worry too much about on release getting it. Over here we have the focus of just HP. Once again, not bad, getting that extra HP percent. Very, very strong. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look over here at... Actually, let's remove his War Souls here. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at his attributes here. So crit chance, base 26.6. What else do we have? We have crit strength, 2%, effect accuracy, 14.5. Damage reduction rate, 31.3, pretty strong. Block chance, 36.13, also very strong. Block strength, 20.67%. Damage rate, 22.8. And lifesteal 0, but we have Life Regenetics Kit, so all very strong. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look here. So he is of course, a defense specialty. And over here it says tank, counters attack specialty characters, rage attack, recover HP. I mean, that's pretty accurate. I don't really like to look too much at this. I just like to base him off of his kit. And his kit is pretty strong. Alright, so for War Souls, I don't really have anything super in particular just use on him. I just kind of threw these on him a couple minutes ago. So let's go ahead and just toss him back on here. Of course, this is pretty much just getting a shield whenever he gets crit. Pretty strong. I don't think his crit resist chance or his block chance is too high, so However, you can build them again once. You can build them with pure damage reduction. You can build them with pure block. Not bad way to build them. And then, of course, here is just regen HP when he's crit. So if he gets crit, he regen a whole bunch of HP and a whole bunch of shield. Pretty good. And then, of course, he attacks and gets that back. All right. I think we've pretty much gone over everything. His attack, 65k, defense, 19k, and health, 546. And he is at orange for orange and 4-star. All right, let's go ahead and toss him in a team comp real quick here. Unfortunately, 1v1 is not available, so I'm going to have to just go with the 3v3 right now. Let's see how we do here. All right. Now look at that. We have a Kyoraku over there as well. Alright, so he did not get his mastery skill to start. So that would be, doesn't get that extra damage reduction, but of course, he does get the HP regen, but he doesn't need it right this moment. Alright, so here is, as you can see, 3 random characters. I do think for an early game release, he is actually pretty darn good. Once again, he would have regened HP, but unfortunately he's not missing HP, so... Alright, that is that. Let's go and take a look at statistics here. So he didn't really do too much, only 346k. Then again, he's not my strongest character. I only have him at orange 4-star. But to be honest, he's one of those characters that you don't necessarily need to get to 5 or 6-star. It's not really super mandatory. Alright guys, so there's one more thing I wanted to go over here, and that was his awakened runes. So for Shunsui, let's see here, where was he at? Shunsui, you have to have him to 5 stars to get this. You can of course get the awakened runes. You don't have to have him at 5-star, but you can't use the rune system until he's at 5-star. But nonetheless, his rune is Rigged Game. Recovers 10% of his max HP after activating Game of Entrapment. That's pretty good. Whenever he gets that rage off, boom, increase, or he recovers 10% max HP immediately. Rigged Game, this requires, I believe, 8 awakened runes to use. Rigged Game, activating Game of Entrapment causes the ally with the lowest health to recover HP equal to 10% of Kyoraku's max HP. Once again, very, very good. So if he's in a team comp, or if he's in a 6v6, then he does help the rest of the team, of course, by getting health back for them. It's only a one shot, and of course, I mean, it goes off if you can activate Game of Entrapment multiple times. But of course, in 1v1 setting, pretty good. So let's go ahead and come back here real quick. So let's go ahead and give him some grades here. So as a 1v1, as a 1v1 character, he is the first UR character to be released. In my opinion, he's probably to me he's on the borderline between A and S tier. Probably, I might actually push him over to S tier or God tier as soon as you get even one of his Awakened runes, because he's just so strong. Honestly, I'm just gonna put him in the God tier. Put him in the S tier. Honestly, he deserves it. He attacks. He gets damage reduction. He reduces their damage. If you can put some good Wursels on him, you can give him a shield. He does so much, especially in 1v1. Super, super strong. All right. 6v6. In my opinion, he's not the strongest character for 6v6. He doesn't bring too much to the team. But he is pretty good nonetheless. He survives. Of course, you want somebody to have some, survivability out there. And in the front row, he could, he dishes a decent amount of damage. He has reflect damage. Not a bad character. You can always build him with reflect damage Wursels. Not a terrible way to take him, especially since he gains more HP at lower health. So he's pretty good. I like him a lot. 6v6, I'd probably put him in a B plus, maybe A tier, but I kind of just want to drop him in the B. I'll just drop him in the B tier. I think he deserves to be. He's not the strongest tank in the game, but he does have some survivability. He does have some sustain. Pretty good all around. Great character. All right. And of course, the final category here, I'm just kind of tossing it in there for some giggles. I'm going to grade him based upon how I think his character is built according to his lore, his manga, his canon, whatever you guys want to refer to it as. Honestly, I think my biggest gripe here is probably Bushogama. I think, and this is just my opinion, of course. I would really have liked for them to give him Kagayoni as the rage skill. Maybe perhaps going into the ground, like of course Katen Kyokutsu. I think if he were to go into the ground and then just stab up on an opponent, do some really good damage, maybe make it a single target damaging skill, I think that would have been pretty cool. Of course, once again, with Katen Kyokutsu, they did actually implement that, just attacking all the characters, a lot. Other than that, I do like his kit. They implemented, of course, the fact that he has dual blades. Very, very cool. Bushogama is actually pretty cool. I do like the look of the rage skill, how he throws like the wind at them and then he attacks 3 random characters. So that's pretty cool. Once again, when he fights Stark, that is actually pretty cool. I do like that part where he, just surprise attack on Stark, and he does do that quite often. He loves to surprise attack characters. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. Child's Game, of course, yeah. There is some speculation based upon, him. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this was just speculation. I've watched a couple videos on it, of course, but he slept with his Zanpakuto, so he had another Zanpakuto, which is the baby, the small Zanpakuto, and then of course Katen Kyokutsu, so he got the extra. So, I'm pretty sure that's just speculation. I don't think that was lore or, of course, approved or said that it's true. I think it's just speculation. We'll have to. I don't think Kubo has said that's true or not, but interesting take on it. And I'd probably give him an A in that category as well. Once again, character made very well. I think everything he does pretty much reflects everything he does in the story pretty well, especially since, you know, we're not talking about Thousand Year Blood War arc. This is just early. Of course, this is his fight with Stark, not Chad, because he just destroys Chad, which he should have. So, anyways, guys, that'll wrap this one up here. If you guys liked the content, feel free to hit that subscribe button down there. Once again, I'm going to be going over all the UR characters. I'll probably hit Ichigo and Byakuya too sometime or another. They are technically UR characters, but they were released as rare and SSR characters. But I'll go ahead and probably get to them another time. Anyways, you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. I'll reply most likely. I usually do get back to everybody. Comments, concerns, feel free to hit me up. And hit that like button as well if you guys would like. And yeah, once again, I'll catch you guys in the next one.